Hey there, YouTube again. What's up? So today I want to do something a little bit different from what I've done in the past, and that is I'm taking an oral communications class, and I'm supposed to give a speech on next Monday, I believe. Yeah, next Monday, and I just feel like using YouTube as a way of practicing it. So if you're willing to, please give me your critique and enjoy. So, hi, my name is Todd Shimamoto. So, I'm pretty sure you guys all know me. If you don't, then that's cool. You get to know me now. So, okay, I'm up here to give my speech about, an event that has occurred to me that changed me. So, what I want to start off by saying is that we all try out something new or new things in our lives that leave an impression on us. But there's always one of those things that will always stick out to you because it shaped you in some way or another. And because of that, you never forget it forever. It always comes back to you whenever you look back on when you were younger. So I have an experience like that too. And that's what I want to spend today talking about for the next 3 minutes. And what that is I'm referring to when I was first recruited as a fashion model. Now I know you're probably looking at me like, this guy was a fashion model? What the fuck? Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. I just looked at them. Well, hold on a second. Let me go back to about a year and a half ago when I was first recruited to do this. So what happened was I was at school, and this girl who I had befriended for a while, she gave me a flyer stating that she needed, or this program she was working for, called the Party Program, was looking for more models, and I guess particularly male models. So then I get this paper, the flyer for it, and I just look at it like, are you fucking kidding me? Me, a model. I mean, because, for those of you who don't know, I'm just your, I was at the time just your typical nerd who had never had a girlfriend yet and who just loved to stay in his room and play video games. But I talked to my parents about this, and I decided that I wanted to give it a shot. And so, what happens from there is that I attend my first practice for the show, and I show up to the building, and I'm like, okay, god damn it, what am I supposed to do? Because I had never modeled before in my life, as you already know, and it didn't help that there was a lot of really cute girls there. One of them, which I actually liked for a short while. So that added pressure to it, and because I didn't know what I was doing with the poses, I probably embarrassed myself really, really bad a few times. Of course, thankfully I didn't get laughed at. That's probably because the girls themselves didn't know what the hell a guy is supposed to do when he models, and either that or they're just being respectful. Who knows? So anyway, we started to have more practices after that, and of course, we started to take them more seriously. And this is where I think I got a little more positive influence out of this, because while I was attending these practices, I got to see what the preparation for a show is like, for a fashion show specifically. And it was relatively small scale, but even then I still began to feel a lot of pressure, and I was getting even more nervous at practice. And you had that on top of not having done this before and still learning how to model. You can imagine the rush I was going through. So, but I mean, I learned what good male fashion looks like as far as clothing is concerned. So that was a positive, because I guess before that I was dressing up like a complete, what's the word? Whatever the word is that describes people who don't give a shit. But okay, anyway, then not too long after, the day of the show arrives, and again I see more behind the scenes of how a show like this functions before it actually takes place. And so I was seeing the girls getting their makeup and hair done, and then the guy who runs the show looks at me and is like, "Dude, you need to get your own hair and makeup done too." At first, I was like, "Dude, me, I gotta wear makeup? Are you kidding me?" And I didn't know what to make of it, but he's the boss. I had to go through with it. So for once and only once in my life, I wore makeup, and it actually wasn't as extreme as I thought. Because there's actually a misconception about guys and who wear makeup, because it's not this like flashy shit that you see girls wearing. And if it's applied correctly to a guy, you won't even notice it's there. It's just mostly meant to cover up things like dimples and acne and whatnot. But in the end, I ended up having a blast because I loved being in the spotlight. And I mean, my family enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was all good. And, happy ending pretty much. But I mean, what I learned from this is that I learned how thrilling a show like this can be and how much stress there is leading up to it. And of course, before this, I sucked at talking to girls, but that helped me get better at it since I was surrounded by them all the time. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about my story about a fashion show. If I think it'd be fun, just for you guys to try it out. So think about it, mull it over. I'm not trying to advertise it, I'm just putting it out there because I learned a lot from it, and I'm pretty sure you guys can learn a lot from it too. So have, just try it out. All right, thanks for your time.